have good news for Pauline, who's in our audience right now, who has a question that she really needs an answer to. Pauline, I'm going to let you ask Shai. What would you like to know about?
Hi, I had a question about how to arrange furniture around my fireplace.
It looks lovely the way you've done the space.
It's beautiful, and you've actually arranged the furniture quite well. Now, of course, you know, a designer, we're not only going to answer that question, we're going to answer questions you didn't ask. So let's talk about the fact that you do have windows to the right side of your fireplace, and that sometimes is often a challenge in a space because next to a fireplace, most people will say, I want to do built-ins or I want to do shelves. The problem when you have a window to one side is that you have a gable or you'll have the side of a shelf, and it's a little bit of a challenge. So instead, let's first start with the beautiful fireplace from Hearth Manor. This is an electric one. I know you have a gas insert, but this really has a beautiful feel to it. It still has that same feel to it. So if you're looking to recreate this look at home and you don't have a gas insert, that's a great option. Now, you've noticed that I've chosen the two shelving units that have open gables to the sides, but not just floating shelves. Rather, they have this great burnished metal detail. Yeah. So it's beautiful. I mean, the light can still pass through. You're not going to have any issues like that, but it still grounds and feels really substantial and not kind of flimsy, which sometimes open shelves can feel.
That's true. So you can see that gorgeousness outside the window. Exactly. If it's sticking out, you know, in front of the window, it still works.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to open the blinds because you see the beautiful side of the unit itself, which is quite great. Nice. Now, playing to a fireplace is a focal point in most spaces. Yep. A lot of people will work to it, but some people say, you know what, it's not the focal point that I want in the room. I'm going to try to work around it. Don't try to work around it. The fireplace is the focal point. Play to it. So we want to make sure, and we talk about this all the time, that it looks intentional. We want to make sure that the fireplace looks like we meant it to be there. So we're creating we're creating a way in which your eye is coming up to the fireplace in the way in which we've arranged the furniture. Yeah. So all the furniture is from LT. We have this great oversized sofa to one side, and then I've balanced it with those fantastic, I am in love with those. Oh, they're like delicious. These chairs
are amazing.
Love, love, love them. And they're great because from any angle that you look at them, they're beautifully sculptural. Yes. There's something really interesting about them. So it doesn't matter if you see the sides or the backs, which sometimes people have a challenge with seeing the back of a chair. Yep. This actually has a beautiful detail to the back, so that's great. Now notice the coffee table as well. So the coffee table does a couple things. It comes to a point here, and because it comes to a point like on the front as well, we're basically tricking our eye to look up at the fireplace.
There's literally an arrow saying look.
Literally look that way.
Look at it.
Move that. It's like those lines on an airplane where it's like look that way. But what's fantastic about this is these actually pull away. So these can be brought up to different spots if you have, you know, kind of company over and you need to bring up a table there. But you can also set these up differently. So I can do this on one side, maybe do this on the other. So I really have a really multifunctional coffee table here, but that is playing again to the fireplace. Yes. Finally, these great poofs, right? Yeah. So these are from LT as well, and these are a faux fur, but they're fantastic. And what's great about a poof, especially when looking at a fireplace, is that it doesn't block your sight line. So it's clean, there's no back to it, and it just again kind of draws the eye up. So we're playing again to that focal point. Done.
Love it. Okay, the poofs can move around. You can keep them there. They're not in the way. This is a great answer. Yeah. I love that. And Pauline's almost there, so really good tips.
Almost.
Let's go to break. We got more coming up. Stay with us.